Hello everyone, this is Sabo. This is going to be my first ever video, my first ever game in a little series, little side project I'm going to do called The Hunting Ground, based on, I was thinking of how my name is Sabo the Hunter, and a fun little name for my, gaming series or YouTube series would be The Hunting Ground, where I play a game that I like from beginning to end, and also a game I've never played. So the first game I'll be playing is Skyward Sword HD, which will also be accompanied by the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Um, I hope anyone that watches this enjoys the choices I've made. Uh, but we'll start with Skyward Sword. This will be part one of my playthrough. So a little bit of history as to why I picked Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is my favorite Legend of Zelda game. I prefer it much more than Breath of the Wild. I think it's a better Zelda game than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, I think, is a really fabulous entry point for a lot of new Zelda fans, and I am greatly grateful for what it's done for the Zelda, for the fan base. And I like a lot of how the game plays, but I think the fact that Breath of the Wild doesn't have the best dungeons and doesn't have the best temples, and it gets a bit tiring when you're in the temples all the time because all you really see in the temples is the same sort of stuff every time. It's the same sort of design. It gets quite dreary, it gets quite tiring, and it gets very samey. But Skyward Sword has a very different style. Every temple feels quite unique, but there is the issue with the gameplay loop that I know that some people get quite exhausted by, but I don't think I'll be too exhausted by it, hopefully, and hopefully we'll be able to get through this game quite consistently. Yeah, and for those who aren't aware, this is the first game in the Zelda timeline, if I remember correctly. Um, so it is absolutely key to the Legend of Zelda mythos, the Legend of Zelda franchise, and the story it's trying to tell, and it's one of the reasons why I love it so much. You know, I've heard I wasn't sure if I wanted to get this game because at first it didn't seem like there was enough changes to it, but now that I've seen that there's the 360 camera, reduced tutorial, reduced dialogue, things like that, I think now is the perfect chance to revisit this game, especially since my Wii doesn't work. Well, my TV doesn't work for my Wii, so I don't really have any way to play it, so this is the best place to try it. Yeah. And there we have the wonderful Skyloft, the wonderful hub area, really fun hub area. I quite like it a lot. I know it's not. I know some people get a bit. I know some people aren't the biggest fan of Skyloft, especially when you have to travel through the quite bland skies when you're trying to get between Skyloft and the lower realms. But I think Skyloft is quite a cute hub area. I think it's quite a cute hub city, hub land, and I think it's um, I think it's an excellent start to how to do a hub area in a Zelda game if they do plan on eventually doing hub areas again. Yeah, no. So I'm quite excited to start this game. I will be using the new button controls. I won't be using motion controls. I was a fan of the motion controls. I don't think that the motion controls are much of an issue. I know for some people it's quite a big point of contention, but for me, I quite liked it. I was quite a big fan of it, and I was quite fine with I was quite fine with it because it wasn't really a waggle fest. I know a lot of people think you can tie it easily. No, it was quite a precise movement when it came to how to use the Wii remote. Yes. New adventure. Yes. I will be using the name Link. I won't be using the name Sabo. I think just to fit the theme of the game, it's nice to use the name Link. I will be talking over some of the cutscenes, not all of them. I think. The imprisoned. Yeah, I know that one's. This is also a big point of contention. The fact you have to face him like 3 times. But I think the third time and the second time when you have Greece with you. I think those are quite fun when you have Greece as a support. I do understand the boredom of the repetition of this game. This game is very much based and deep in how much you know the areas, how well do you know the areas you're playing with, how well do you understand the maps that you're playing with, and I think that's quite fun. Yes, I also believe that this has the best variant of Zelda out of all of the Legend of Zelda games. Oh, there's a Crimson Skylock, Loftwing, and there's Zelda's purple one. I quite like their designs. I quite like the idea of the Loftwings. It reminds me a lot of the idea of the boats in Wind Waker. Wind Waker is my second favorite Zelda game, and I love the freedom of flying around the boats. And with this, use instead of sailing through the seas, and this is you're flying around the sky. And here we have a wonderful Zelda. Just one of my favorite designs for Zelda, I think. I also think it's one of the best personalities for Zelda. I think she very much stands out when it comes to different Zeldas. Some of the Zeldas are very bland. Some of the Zeldas are very damsel in distressy, and I think this Zelda stands out quite well because they do quite a good job at making you want to like her. Okay, here we go. Here's our boy Link. Oh, what a wonderful little lad. And he's being already in prison. Rise, Link. The time has come for you to awaken. You are fated to have a hand in a great destiny, and it will soon find you. Time has come for you to awaken. Link. Okay, so for context, if it looks like I'm struggling to read, it's because I am actually gaming from a projector. I'm not using a second monitor to look at the game. I'm using a projector to game. Yeah. And so sometimes the projector quality is not the best. So if I am taking long to read it, it's because I'm squinting to read what's on the projector. But the projector looks nice. Everything's quite clear for the most part. Sometimes the text is quite hard to read. But apart from that, everything's quite good. And there's Link's letter. Hey, sleepyhead, I know how much you like to sleep in, so I'm guessing this letter will be your alarm clock this morning. Did I guess right? Rise and shine, Link. Today is the wing ceremony. You promised to meet me before it starts. Remember? You better not keep evading, Zelda. You see, that's one of the things I quite like is that you can tell that Zelda and Link are quite good friends. I think the only depiction of Zelda that can really rival it is either Tetra. From. Okay, let's see how this works when I'm using just the joystick. Here's the camera movement, quite nifty, quite nice. Let's look at the wardrobe. There should be some rupees. Yep, I remember it. There's a rupee in here. Yeah. Let's look around some more. Okay, so one of the things I'm now noticing is that you have to hold the L button if you want to rotate the camera, which will get a bit annoying sometimes, but I think I'll adapt to it quite fine. Yeah, hold L and R to move the camera. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Let's talk to someone. Is that Pippin? No, it's not the shy boy. It's either the shy boy or Pippin. It's Pippin. Yeah. Morning, Link. So today's the wing ceremony. Are you ready? All I'm saying is everyone is out practicing at the plaza, but you seem pretty relaxed about the whole thing. Of course, that Crimson Loftwing of yours is something special. I'd feel pretty confident riding him too. My bird won the last ceremony, but even I don't think he could beat that red terror of yours. Of course, the bird's true speed in a race always comes down to the skill of the rider. I'm something of a bird researcher around here, so you know, if you ever find yourself in need of bird expertise, come see old Pippet. There we have Pippet, one of the many wonderful residents of Skyloft. And we have the principal. Hello. Hey Link. The day of the wing ceremony is finally upon us. It's time to put what you've learned to use. All those practical skills I taught you, and all the academic prowess Instructor Hallwell taught you. While we're at it, do you remember to look around, how to look around using the directional buttons? Press the directional buttons when you want to take a look at your surroundings. Okay. Okay, yeah. That's for dowsing later on when we're gonna start dowsing and whatnot. Oh, we can't go upstairs. If you're heading over the plaza, the quickest way is through the door on the ground floor. The exit on the top floor is still locked, so obviously you can't get out. What's taking the lunch lady so long? I'm gonna have a word with her. Okay. So we're gonna have to go out through this door. Oh, let's help this guy. Fledge. Good morning, Link. Today's the big wing ceremony, right? I want to fly too, but I didn't make the cut, so I'm stuck back here at the academy. Plus, I've got to move these barrels over to the kitchen. I was hoping to at least be able to cheer you on, Link, but I guess that's the way it goes. Go out there and well done, buddy. Let's move the barrel. I forgot where he wants me to move him, so I'm just gonna walk around with it until my stamina's low, and then I'm gonna put it down. Let's go talk to Fledge about where he wants it. I think you're here to help me too. Your income's okay on Abby. Thanks to to the old lady. Okay. 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 Okay, so it's to the old lady. Let's pick this up again. And let's move it to this old lady. Oh yeah, also I believe this is one of the first games with the stamina feature, because before they used to split the magic between like health and stamina. So yeah. There we go. Hey, don't hate on Fledge. I think Fledge is pretty chill. He's pretty chill. There's no need to hate on him too much. He's not the strongest lad, but he has a lot of spirit, I guess. But you know what? He's quite a good lad. Let's lift off this other boy. Let's move this camera around. There we go. I'm looking at the game through my monitor or my laptop in order to see what it's capturing, and I do think the game looks a bit nicer than the version on the Wii. I can see a bit of a upgrade, which is quite nice. But yeah, no. That's the Fledge stuff done. Let's talk to him. Yay! I got 20 rupees for more monies. That's good. We have 25 rupees already. The bazaar's gonna be great. I absolutely love the bazaar. I think it's the best, one of the best parts of the game. The bazaar system, the upgrade system. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing much of the upgrade stuff, but I might, depending on how this playthrough goes. I might do a lot of the upgrades. I might start doing some of the side quests. I think I'll do whatever side quest I feel motivated to do at the time. Okay, here we go. Here's one of the Here's one of the tutorials from Hallwell. Good morning to you, Link. Today's finally the day of the long-awaited wing ceremony. Are you feeling ready? Oh, I just remembered there's something I'd like to ask you about. Target me, and then we can have a quick chat. Let's talk to Orwell. Excellent. Remember, you can always target someone to talk to them easily. And even when there's nothing to target, it's a convenient way to quickly face your view forward. Nice. Oh, but it's a little silly to carry on a conversation for this distance. Why don't you come and join me up here? Okay, we gotta run up these crates. You should be able to climb up if you dash up to the top of that wooden box, don't you think? Then you can make a jump fairly easy. Try climbing up there. You hold B to dash, okay? There we go. I remember playing this game with the nunchuck, so I'm starting to feel very nostalgic for this stuff. And let's talk to Hora. So what are you up to? I should get some last minute birdlining practice in this morning. Link? Oh? You have someone to meet. Ah, Zelda's waiting for you, is she? Perfect timing then. You see Zelda's father, the headmaster, has a pet Mia. And, well, she's scampered off again. She's on the roof. Look! Over there. Do you see her? The headmaster's so busy working with Zelda preparing for the ceremony. I thought that maybe I should feed her. But the ceremony is about to start, and I just put on a fresh cell code. And well, you see, will you help me out and go retrieve Mia for me? I'm on it. Ooh. Fantastic. So you'll do it. I know you're in a hurry, so I really appreciate you taking your time to help. You should be able to climb up somewhere over here. If you hang off that ledge over there, you can climb onto the roof from the other side. I'm terribly sorry, but I know you are quite the climber, so I really do appreciate it. Let's use the ledge. Let's leap real quick because we have the stamina. Let go. Run, and we can climb up. And we have to push the box. Yes, I remember this. Let's push this box. And then we do a run up. And we have the kitty cat. There you go. There we go. Et voila. I know a lot of people weren't a fan of the tutorial section because it does spend, like, compared to Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild throws you into the game. It doesn't spend much time with the tutorials. A lot of these other games kind of throw you in and then slowly tutorial your way through, whereas this game gives you all of the tutorial at the start, and then at the rest of the game it's like, well, you've done your tutorial. Oh, there are the birds. These are the save spots of the game. So let's just save. Let's start here. Yes, I do want to save here. There we go. And these little things, these are the stamina fruits, yep. Also, I believe one of the changes is that they got rid of the fact that every time you restart the game, you get a pop-up on what an item does, which I think is very nifty. Because I think one of the big issues people had was how much repetition there was in this game, and this new version, well, this remade version, does deal with a lot of the repetition issues that the base game had. And yeah. Hey, good morning, Link. I'm glad to see my lost twin got you out of bed. I was pretty sure that you'd sleep in and forget to meet me this morning. But look at this instrument, and look at this outfit. They're mine to use today in the ceremony, because I'll be playing the role of the goddess. Aren't they beautiful? Especially this instrument. They tell me it's just like the ones the goddess said to have in the legends. It sounds gorgeous too. I asked Father about it, and he said it's called a harp. And look at these clothes. I made this wrap myself. and we get to use it in today's ceremony. Between the harp and this outfit, I'm going to make a great goddess today. I got you up early this morning because I wanted to see you. I wanted you to be the first to see me like this, Link. You see, this is what I mean by they have great chemistry together. Like you could tell that they've been friends for a while, and that's what I quite like. And I think it helps give the motivation for this game. I think so too. But it's nice to know that you agree. Thanks, Link. There you are, Zelda. Are you all prepared for today's ceremony? Also, I like that this sort of Link's casual outfit reminds me a lot of Link's casual outfit back in Twilight Princess. Oh, hello, Father. It reminds me a lot of how we looked, how we dressed in Twilight Princess, and a bit of the Wind Waker casual clothes. Link, here you are too, outstanding. It's encouraging to see you up so early, given your capacity for sleep. No doubt today's ceremony had you too excited to close your eyes for once. I do like that one of the most consistent traits amongst all the Zelda games is Link's adoration for sleep. How much Link loves to sleep. If you win today's ceremonial race, you get to participate in the post-race ritual with Zelda, so give it your best out there. Yes, about that. Father, I don't know if you can do it. Recently, Link hasn't been practicing much at all for the ceremony. And even when he's out riding his Loftwing, he's just lazily gliding around, probably daydreaming. I don't know what he's thinking. He's going to have to be in perfect control of his bird to win today. No need to worry yourself, Zelda. Though you may have a point, today's ring ceremony tests the skills of the rider as well as his bond with his bird. Victory will not come easily. And as you pointed out, I haven't seen him practicing as hard as some of the other students. But you've known him since you were both very little. You should know him better. You should know better than to fret about him. You see, Link and his Loftwing share a special connection. I've never seen anything quite like it. As you know, each of us in Skyloft is but one half of a pair. We are only made by our Loftwings, the guardian birds that the goddess bestows upon each of us as a symbol of her divine protection. When we are young, every single one of us meets our Loftwings under a great statue of the goddess, and it's quite a big moment. As I'm sure you recall. But that's the first meeting between Link and his but that first meeting between Link and his Loftwing was extraordinary. The bird that came from him was a crimson Loftwing. It's a rare breed. It's a breed so rare that we were sure for some time they had been vanished from the line. Yes, and the boy and his bird seemed to share a profound connection from the moment they met. You recall when Link and his Loftwing on that Loftwing of his first met? What a sight! The little boy just hopped on that bird and gracefully flew away, without even a moment of instruction. They were meant for each other. And judging by how jealous you were that day, I'd say the friendship he shared with that bird didn't go unnoticed by you, my dear. I love that instead of being a princess in this game, Zelda's just the child of the principal, and instead of the principal being a king, it's just the principal of a school. I think that's quite a nice touch. It kind of reduces the sort of impact that Skyloft has, because it's not yet Hyrule. It's still just a small, humble island in the sky. Anyone who's part of something special is bound to catch some nasty look sooner or later. Hoo-boo, or boo-hoo, or hoo-hoo. Not sure, I didn't read that properly when I skipped. This context is nothing to laugh at, Father. This ceremony is part of the final test for those training to become a Knight of Skyloft. If Link doesn't fly fast enough during the race, or if Link messes up his big chance, or if he's not allowed to become a Knight. Calm down, my dear, it'll be fine. Honestly, it's almost as though you've become a completely different person when you worry about Link. Listen, Link, you'd better fly your heart out today. At the very least, you need to squeeze a little practice time before the race. Come on, you'll thank me later. Here we are. Go on, jump off the edge and call your loft wing. It's almost time for the ceremony, so try to practice seriously for once. Oh yeah? You can't sense your bird out there? Oh, I get it. You're trying to wheeze your way out having to practice. Nice try, but you're not fooling me. Off you go. Okay, Link, go ahead. Press the down button to call your loft wing. Oh, there's no loft wing. His bird sure has taken a long time to come down here. Nothing wrong? Hang in there, Link. I've got you. Are you two alright? I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to push you so hard. You didn't sprain your wing, did you? This is very odd, Link. What could have possibly happened to your loft wing? For birds to ignore the call of his master, it's unheard of. And you still can't sense your bird nearby, eh, Link? This is quite a problem, especially considering the ring ceremony is about to start. Link, when you said you couldn't sense your loft wing, well, I should have believed you. I'm sorry. I need to tend my own loft wing, so I'll catch up with you later. You better go ahead and see if you can find where your bird has gone. The bell has rung. Maya, how did it get to be so late? If I recall correctly, this year Instructor Harwell will be presiding over the ceremony. Link, you should go explain the situation to him and see if he's willing to delay the race a little so you can find your bird. But father, you're the headmaster of the academy. If Link asks Instructor Harwell, he'll probably just come to talk to you about it. Ah, quite true. As usual, you make an excellent point, my dear. Very well, I explained the situation to him myself. Link, run along and tell Instructor Harwell to come see me in my quarters. And let's go. So I'm going to end this part of the playthrough soon. So that part 2 will be the search for the bird, in which we should meet one of the best characters in the entire franchise, the humble Groose. Let's quickly talk to Mr. Gate over here. Giacomo, is something wrong? What's the big hurry? What? Your loft wing is missing. But I just saw him. Groose's bird was chasing off your feathered fella. Where's Groose? And Groose and his little cronies are saying they're heading down to the ring ceremony in the plaza. You still trying to get down to the south end? That X mark on your map, that's the plaza. It's where they're holding the ring ceremony today, so you definitely want to find it before it's too long. There we go. So my guess is they might be in the plaza. Normally, the fastest way there is down this path. But this gate here needs some work before it opens. So can you go around the academy? Remember to check the map with the miners if you get lost. Alright, so let's save at the bird. And that should be it for my first playthrough for today. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the first part. There's not much actual gameplay in this part, but it should get a lot better from here as we meet a lot of the cast and we should get our sword. So thank you, and I'll see you all later.